Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. This episode's brought to you by my coaching, or our coaching, because I've got a lot of amazing coaches there, abrillianttribe.com. Check us out. Not only do we do coaching, we do marketing, we do building communities for big companies. We're happy to help you out too. Now, these episodes are meant to be short. They're meant to be about 5 minutes or so, always with actionable things or motivational things that'll keep you moving in a great direction. Today's no different. Let's talk about something I wrote down that I know to be very true in building an audience, building a customer base, building your business. Are you ready? Listen in. Here is what I wrote down. The relationship comes from the engagement. The relationship comes from the engagement. And I learned this through many years of growing our social media, growing our audience in our newsletter, growing in person here in my communities. And what you've got to realize is in that phrase, the relationship comes from the engagement, is that you have to show up. You have to continually show up, whether it's in person, which, by the way, we're going to go over follow-up tomorrow, so tune into that one. But whether it's in person, whether it's on social media and you post something and then people comment, your job is to engage. In fact, your job is to comment back, like their post, and in some cases, even reach out to them personally and say, hey, thanks for that comment. That was great. If somebody leaves you a voicemail, respond to it. If somebody calls you, call them back. If somebody's texting you, text them routinely. A lot of these things that are logical and I guess normal to do, it's kind of common sense. But I think we've lost it because we're getting bombarded by so many different things. And I feel like we forgot how to actually build relationships. What people are looking for is they want to feel like they matter in your world. They want to know that if they respond in some way, you're going to engage. And if you want to reverse this and say, well, that's if I have an audience. What if I don't, Tristan? How do I build these relationships? Well, that's where you're going to have to make the effort and engage. In some cases, as real estate agents, we call that prospecting, where we don't typically have a relationship with a client, but we're reaching out to see if we can build one. And that's where it would mean go door knock, go post something on social, start creating value through how you show up in your community, postcards that you're going to mail out, handwritten notes to people you've met. The idea here with the relationship comes from the engagement, is that engagement has to come from you. It's not going to come from anyone else, and it's never going to die. That means you have to continually show up in some way, because the moment you stop showing up for your clients, that relationship starts kind of slowly going away, unless, you've done such a great job that you left an impact and it was a business relationship. But then again, you took the time to engage and build that and make an impact. So I'm going to challenge you today. And I want you to start thinking what that phrase means to you. I want you to think about this, dwell on it. The relationship comes from the engagement. What does that mean to you, and what are you going to do about it? We'll talk again.